My beloved child, stay with me for a moment. You do not have to pretend that you are stronger than you feel. I know how long you have been carrying this question. I know how often you have looked at your life and wondered why the answer has not come, why the door has not opened, or why the path ahead still seems hidden. You are tired in ways that sleep alone has not repaired. Your body may be weary, but the deeper exhaustion is in your heart. You have tried to remain hopeful. You have prayed, waited, worked, and done what you knew to do. Still, there are moments when silence feels louder than any answer. Perhaps you have lain awake at night with your thoughts moving faster than your breathing. You have asked whether you missed my direction, whether you failed me, or whether everyone else is moving forward while you remain in the same place. You have watched other people celebrate what you have been asking for, and you have tried to be happy for them, while quietly grieving what has not happened for you. I do not shame you for that grief. I do not turn away from your questions. I am not disappointed because you feel tired, and I am not threatened by your honesty. Bring me the confusion you have tried to hide. Bring me the disappointment you thought a faithful person was not allowed to admit. I would rather meet you in the truth than watch you suffer behind words you do not mean. Hear me clearly now. My silence is not proof of my absence. A delayed answer is not proof that you are unloved. A closed door is not a verdict on your worth. Your present uncertainty does not mean that your life has been abandoned. When I walked the roads of Galilee, people often came to me after long seasons of pain. Some had waited years. Some had been misunderstood. Some had spent their strength looking for relief. I did not measure their value by how quickly their circumstances changed. I saw them. I listened. I restored dignity before I addressed anything else. That is how I am meeting you now. You may not know why this season has lasted as long as it has. I will not ask you to pretend that every delay is easy, or that every disappointment has a simple explanation. Some doors close because of human choices. Some plans change because the world is broken. Some answers require patience, wisdom, healing, or the cooperation of people who are still free to choose. You do not need to call every painful event good in order to trust that I can still bring good from it. I am with you inside the unanswered question. I am not waiting at the end of the journey while you struggle alone. I am beside you in the hallway, beside you in the doctor's office, beside you at the kitchen table where the bills are spread out, beside you in the quiet room after another difficult conversation, and beside you when you do not know what to pray. In Matthew chapter 11, I invited the weary and burdened to come to me and receive rest. I did not say, come when you have solved everything. I did not say, come when your faith feels fearless. I said to come. So come as you are. Come with the questions, the trembling, the frustration, and the small amount of strength you have left. Rest does not mean that every problem disappears tonight. Rest means you no longer have to carry the problem as though you are alone. It means you can place what you cannot control into my hands, while still taking the next wise step that is yours to take. My child, you have been trying to solve tomorrow with today's strength. That is why your mind feels crowded. You are carrying conversations that have not happened, losses that have not occurred, and outcomes that have not been decided. You are rehearsing every possible future because you believe preparation will protect you from pain. But anxiety cannot give you control. It only borrows peace from the present. Return to this moment with me. Feel the chair beneath you. Let your shoulders lower. Breathe slowly. You do not have to force yourself to feel peaceful. Simply make room for my peace to meet you. I am not asking you to deny the deadline, ignore the diagnosis, avoid the difficult decision, or stop seeking help. I am asking you to stop treating fear as your only counselor. Fear speaks urgently, but urgency is not always wisdom. Fear tells you that everything must be solved now. My wisdom teaches you to take the next faithful step, then trust me with what remains. You are not behind because your life does not look like someone else's. You are not late because your story has unfolded differently than you expected. Comparison turns another person's blessing into evidence against you, but I never created their path to condemn yours. Their timing is not your measurement. Their visible success does not reveal their hidden struggles, and your hidden growth is not less valuable because no one applauds it. Let me free you from the timeline that has become a judge over your life. The age by which you thought you would be married, financially secure, healed, established, or certain, is not a commandment. Your life is not a failed schedule. It is a living relationship with me. shaped by grace, responsibility, wisdom, and daily trust. There are times when I redirect you. There are times when I protect you from something you cannot yet see. There are also times when a door remains closed, for reasons you may never fully understand in this life. Do not build your faith on the claim that every closed door will later make perfect sense. Build your faith on me. I remain good, present, and trustworthy, even when the explanation is incomplete. You have heard people say that every rejection is protection. Sometimes that is true, but not every wound should be explained so quickly. Some rejection comes from another person's fear, selfishness, prejudice, or inability to love well. I do not ask you to call injustice my plan. I ask you to let me keep injustice from becoming your identity. What someone refused to recognize in you does not disappear. Your dignity is not granted by an employer, a partner, a friend, a family member, or an audience. Your worth is held in my love. I gave my life for you, not because you had achieved enough, but because my love moved toward you while you were still in need of grace. Do not chase a door that requires you to betray your conscience, abandon healthy boundaries, or become smaller so someone else will accept you. Waiting is not an excuse to tolerate abuse. Forgiveness does not require immediate reconciliation, and love does not demand that you remain unsafe. Seek wise help, tell the truth, create distance when safety requires it. I can lead you in mercy without asking you to surrender discernment. There are also moments when you have called something a closed door, but it is actually a difficult path that requires courage. Not every obstacle means stop. Not every delay means wait. This is why you need discernment rather than slogans. Ask whether the next step agrees with Scripture. Ask whether it produces honesty, patience, humility, courage, and love. Seek counsel from wise and trustworthy people. Pay attention to facts, not only feelings. Give important decisions enough time for panic to settle. Then move faithfully with the light you have. You do not need the whole map before you take one obedient step. A lamp does not illuminate an entire road at once. It gives enough light for the ground directly ahead. My guidance often comes that way. Today's wisdom may be to make the appointment, send the application, review the budget, apologize sincerely, establish a boundary, ask for help, or rest before making a decision. Small faithfulness is not insignificant. You keep waiting for one dramatic moment to change everything, while I am often forming a life through quiet choices repeated with me. The meal you prepare, the call you return, the truth you speak, the hour you sleep, the money you save, the treatment you continue, and the prayer you whisper can all become part of healing. Do not despise ordinary obedience. A life anchored in me is not built only through spectacular answers. It is built through daily bread. When my friends Mary and Martha sent word that their brother Lazarus was sick, I did not arrive according to the timing they wanted. Their grief was real. Martha brought me her disappointment, and I did not reject her for it. Mary wept, and I wept with her. I knew what I would do, yet I still entered their sorrow. Remember that part of the story. My power did not make me distant from their pain. My purpose did not cancel my compassion. Before the tomb opened, I stood among tears. You may read that account and hope that every loss will be reversed in the same visible way. But that story is not permission to demand a particular outcome from me. It reveals who I am. I am the resurrection and the life. Death, disappointment, and delay do not have the final authority over those who belong to me. Even when an earthly answer is not what you desired, nothing entrusted to me is beyond my redemption. I can restore hope without recreating the exact plan you lost. I can lead you into a meaningful future without pretending the past did not hurt. I can heal your heart gradually through truth, community, wise care, and my presence. Restoration is not always the return of the same relationship, position, opportunity, or dream. Sometimes restoration is the return of your courage. Sometimes it is the recovery of your voice. Sometimes it is the freedom to bless what is good without returning to what harmed you. You have been asking me, how much longer? I understand that question. I will not give you a date I have not promised. I will not tell you that a phone call, a marriage, a promotion, a financial windfall, or a medical change must arrive soon. Hope that depends on a deadline becomes another form of fear. I offer you a stronger hope. I will be faithful in the next hour. I will give wisdom as you seek it. I will remain near in the night. I will help you endure what cannot yet be changed, and I will give courage to change what should not remain the same. In John chapter 14, I told my disciples that I was giving them my peace, not the kind the world gives. I spoke those words before their circumstances became easy. My peace was not denial. It was my presence with them in uncertainty. That same peace is available to you. It may arrive quietly. It may not feel like a wave of emotion. It may look like one clear thought after hours of confusion. It may feel like the strength to ask for help. It may be the ability to sleep before the answer comes. It may be the grace to say, I do not know what will happen, but I do not have to face it alone. Do not measure my nearness only by what you feel. Emotions are real, but they change. Some days you will sense comfort easily. Other days prayer may feel dry. Your nervous system may be exhausted. Your mind may need care. Your body may need treatment. None of these things prove that your faith has failed. If anxiety keeps you from sleeping, working, eating, or functioning, speak with a doctor, therapist, counselor, or trusted pastor. Receiving professional help is not a betrayal of faith. Wisdom is one of my gifts, and help can arrive through trained hands, careful treatment, supportive community, and honest conversation. You do not have to spiritualize every symptom. You do not have to fight alone. Let prayer and wise care walk together. My child, surrender is not passivity. It is not refusing responsibility and calling that trust. Surrender means doing what love and wisdom require, while releasing the outcome you cannot command. You can plant, water, prepare, study, work, communicate, and ask. You can make a plan and hold it with open hands. You can desire something deeply without making it the condition of your peace. You can grieve what has not happened while refusing to let grief become your master. Look at the places where your hands have become clenched. Perhaps you are trying to control another person's decision. Perhaps you are replaying a conversation, searching for the sentence that would guarantee their approval. Perhaps you are checking the same message, account, application, or symptom again and again because uncertainty feels unbearable. Open your hands before me. You do not have to stop caring. You are releasing the belief that constant tension will protect what you love. Say to me honestly, Jesus, this matters to me. I do not know what to do with the waiting. Show me what is mine to carry, and help me release what belongs to you. I will not mock that prayer. I will meet you in it. There may be practical work hidden inside this season. If the pressure is financial, do not let shame keep you from looking clearly at the numbers. Make a simple budget. Speak with someone trustworthy. Ask about available assistance. Avoid decisions made only to escape panic. Honest work and careful planning are not the opposite of faith. If the waiting concerns your health, keep your appointments. Ask questions. Seek another qualified opinion when appropriate. Take prescribed treatment as directed. Pray with hope, but do not place yourself in danger to prove that you trust me. If the waiting concerns a relationship, do not confuse longing with compatibility. Notice character. Pay attention to patterns, truthfulness, respect, and safety. Do not call control devotion or inconsistency mystery. I do not ask you to surrender your dignity in order to keep someone near. If the waiting concerns purpose or work, remember that calling is not limited to a title. Serve faithfully where you are while you continue to prepare. Learn, practice, apply, rest when needed. Let your gifts mature without demanding that recognition arrive on your schedule. These steps may seem ordinary, but ordinary faithfulness creates room for clarity. You do not need to perform desperation for me. You do not need to beg as though I am reluctant to hear you. Bring your requests with honesty, then remain open to wisdom, correction, patience, and a path different from the one you imagined. The psalmist wrote in Psalm 27 about waiting for the Lord with courage. Courage is not a feeling of certainty. It is a decision to remain rooted in what is true, while the outcome remains unknown. Your roots matter. A tree does not become stable because it avoids every storm. It becomes stable as its roots reach deeply for water and hold firmly in the soil. In the same way, your inner life can deepen during a season that does not look impressive from the outside. But understand me carefully. I am not saying that every hardship was sent to train you. I am saying that no hardship has to be wasted. What wounded you does not get to write the final sentence. With your consent, I can use even this season to grow discernment, compassion, endurance, and a quieter confidence in me. Growth may be happening in ways you cannot display. You may be learning to recognize manipulation sooner. You may be discovering that rest is not laziness. You may be becoming willing to ask for help. You may be grieving honestly instead of numbing yourself. You may be learning to speak without abandoning kindness or to forgive without reopening an unsafe door. Do not dismiss these changes because they are not the answer you originally requested. They are signs of life. You have spent so much energy asking whether you are almost at the end of the waiting. Ask another question. With me, who are you becoming while you wait? Are you becoming harder or more honest? More fearful or more discerning? More isolated or more willing to receive support? More driven by comparison or more grounded in gratitude? These questions are not accusations, they are invitations. You cannot always choose how long a circumstance lasts, but you can choose what you practice within it. Practice truth instead of prediction. Practice gratitude without denying grief. Practice boundaries without hatred. Practice rest without guilt. Practice prayer without demanding a performance from yourself. When comparison rises, bless the person you envy, then return your attention to the life in front of you. Their joy does not take anything from my care for you. You do not need to diminish their story to protect your own. When regret rises, ask whether there is a repair you can make. If there is, make it with humility. If there is not, receive forgiveness and stop using the past as a weapon against yourself. When fear rises, write down what is fact and what is assumption. Fear often speaks in absolute words. Always, never, ruined, impossible. Truth is steadier. Truth can say, this is painful. I do not know the outcome. I have choices. I can seek help. I am not alone. When your body is tense, slow down. Place both feet on the floor. Release your jaw. Take a gentle breath without forcing it. Name 5 things you can see. Let your mind return from an imagined future to the room where I am with you now. You are not weak because you need these practices. You are human. I took on flesh. I knew hunger, fatigue, grief, pressure, and tears. When I walked on earth, I withdrew to quiet places to pray. I slept. I received care from friends. I understand the limits of a human body. Do not demand from yourself what I do not demand from you. There is a difference between perseverance and self-destruction. Perseverance remains faithful. Self-destruction ignores warning signs, because stopping feels like failure. I may lead you to continue, or I may lead you to change direction. Wisdom listens for both. Hold your plans before me, not as contracts I must fulfill, but as desires we can examine together. Let me shape what you want, not by crushing your heart, but by freeing it from what cannot give you life. Now let me speak truth over the places where fear has been speaking. You are not forgotten. You are known by me. You are not defined by a delayed answer. Your worth was settled by my love, not by your schedule. You are not a failure because you need rest. Rest can be an act of trust. You are not required to understand every closed door before you move forward. You are allowed to seek help, receive counsel, and take time to heal. You are not behind another person. You are responsible for the life I have placed before you today. Your next faithful step matters, even when it feels small. No human rejection can erase the dignity I have given you. No season of uncertainty can separate you from my love. Hold these words close. They are not promises that every desire will arrive exactly as imagined. They are reminders that your identity is secure while circumstances change. Perhaps part of you is afraid to hope again. You think that lowering your expectations will protect you from disappointment. I understand why your heart built that defense. But hope in me is not pretending that one particular outcome is guaranteed. Hope is trusting that whatever comes, I will remain present and able to lead you. Hope does not remove wisdom. It strengthens you to practice it. Do not confuse peace with certainty. You may still have unanswered questions after this moment. The email may not arrive tonight. The test result may still be pending. The relationship may remain unresolved. The future may still require decisions. But you can meet uncertainty differently. You can refuse to let it speak as though it is your Lord. Uncertainty is a circumstance. I am your Lord. When your thoughts return to the same fearful circle, come back to one true sentence. Jesus is with me in this moment. Then ask, what is the next loving and responsible thing I can do? Sometimes the answer will be action. Sometimes it will be rest. Sometimes it will be a conversation, a boundary, an appointment, or a request for help. Sometimes there will be nothing more to do today, and the faithful choice will be to stop. You do not earn my care by exhausting yourself. I know you have wanted a sign that everything will work out according to your plan. Instead, receive the assurance I have truly given. My grace will be sufficient for the step in front of you. My mercy will meet you again in the morning. My love will not loosen its hold when you feel uncertain. The Book of Lamentations reminds you that my Father's mercies are new every morning. You do not need tomorrow's supply tonight. Receive the mercy for this breath, this prayer, this decision, and this hour. Let me bring you before my Father now. Father, I bring this beloved child before you. You know the full weight of what they have carried. You know the prayers they have repeated, the disappointments they have hidden, and the questions they have been afraid to speak. Meet them with mercy. Where their mind is overwhelmed, give clarity for the next step. Where their body is exhausted, lead them into restorative rest. Where fear has narrowed their vision, help them see trustworthy people, wise resources, and practical help already within reach. Guard them from decisions driven by panic. Give them patience when waiting is necessary, and courage when action is required. Teach them to recognize the difference. Where there is financial pressure, provide wisdom, honest opportunity, supportive community, and the humility to ask for assistance. Where there is illness, guide doctors, caregivers, and every decision concerning treatment. Give this child courage to continue seeking appropriate care. Where there is relational pain, bring truth into the light. Strengthen healthy boundaries. Protect them from manipulation, coercion, and harm. Give them grace to forgive without denying reality, and wisdom about whether trust can be rebuilt. Where there is loneliness, lead them toward safe community. Bring faithful friends, mature believers, compassionate pastors, counselors, and people who will listen without controlling them. Father, quiet the accusation that says they are behind, forgotten, or unworthy. Remind them that their life is not measured by comparison. Help them receive the dignity and grace I secured for them through my death and resurrection. Give them peaceful sleep when sleep comes. If their anxiety remains severe, give them courage to reach for professional support without shame. Let wise care, prayer, and community work together for their good. Do not allow disappointment to harden their heart. Keep them tender without leaving them unprotected. Restore their capacity to hope, not in a deadline, but in your faithful character. Give them daily bread for today. Give them light for the next step. Give them strength to do what is theirs, and freedom to release what is not. Father, let my peace settle over them now. Not a false peace that avoids truth, but the steady peace that remains while truth is faced. Hold them through the unknown, and shape their life with grace. My child, you have been heard. You do not need to create a dramatic feeling to prove that this prayer mattered. You may feel relief, or you may simply feel tired. Both are welcome. My care is not measured by the intensity of the moment. Let the day become smaller now. You do not need to solve your entire future before you rest. Choose one concern and place it before me. Choose one next step for tomorrow, if a step is needed. Write it down, then allow yourself to stop. Unclench your jaw. Lower your shoulders. Let your hands rest open. Breathe gently. As you breathe in, remember that you are receiving this moment as a gift. As you breathe out, release the demand to control what cannot be controlled. I am not asking you to empty your mind. When a thought arrives, notice it without following it down every path. Say, "This can wait until morning," and return your attention to my presence. You may still be in the hallway, but the hallway is not empty. I am here. Do not postpone all gratitude until the answer comes. Gratitude is not payment for a blessing. It is a way of seeing that my goodness is already present in forms that fear overlooks. And do not use gratitude to silence grief. You can thank me and still cry. You can trust me and still ask why. You can worship and still seek change. Faith is not emotional pretending. Faith brings the whole heart into my presence. Tomorrow, resist the urge to begin the day by measuring how far you are from the outcome. Begin by asking how you can walk with me in the day you have been given. Perhaps you will take one practical step. Perhaps you will make the call you have avoided. Perhaps you will ask someone trustworthy to sit with you. Perhaps you will choose not to reopen a harmful conversation. Perhaps you will rest because your body has been asking for mercy. Whatever the next step is, do it without contempt for its smallness. A faithful life is often built in inches before anyone sees miles. My beloved child, your future is not safe because you can predict it. It is safe to entrust to me because I am faithful. That does not mean you will avoid every loss or understand every turn. It means no turn can remove you from my presence, and no loss can place you beyond my redemption. I will not abandon you in the middle of the story. I will correct you when you wander, comfort you when you grieve, strengthen you when you are weak, and lead you as you listen. Keep your hope anchored in who I am, not in a date on the calendar. Let your plans remain open to wisdom. Let your heart remain open to grace. Let your hands remain willing to work and willing to release. You do not have to force a door tonight. You do not have to prove your faith by staying awake. You do not have to carry tomorrow before it arrives. Rest in my love. When morning comes, receive the mercy given for that day. Take the next faithful step. Seek help where help is needed. Tell the truth. Practice wisdom. Return to me when fear becomes loud. I am your Savior, your Shepherd, and your Lord. I gave my life for you, and I rose so that despair would never have the final word. Your waiting does not define you. Your unanswered question does not own you. Your life is held in grace. Be still now. Let the timeline loosen its grip. Let comparison fall silent. Let your heart rest from trying to be its own protector. I am with you in this moment, and I will be with you in the next. Rest now, my child. You are loved.